Hey guys, happy Friday. I am so excited. It is Danny, the multiple streams queen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you have been here, please come. Invite some people, let them know. Every single Friday, I'll be going live. We'll be talking about different topics regarding Airbnb, anything that's in the news, any questions I get asked a lot. So stick around for a while. Today, we're going to be talking about the new Airbnb winter updates that were just released. As I say, anything that you're involved in, any business that you're involved in, right? You need to stay abreast to what is going on, the changes that are happening in regards to your industry, right? So I got some exciting things to talk to you guys about. Another thing, one more thing. So many people have asked me for a script, right? So right now we are actually in Jacksonville, Florida. It is like full circle for me, but we are in Jacksonville, Florida. So many times people ask like, how is it that you're able to go into apartments and sublease them or sublet them? And essentially it's not subletting, it's rental arbitrage, but we're actually able to go into these communities, be transparent, be honest, actually get addendum signed, right, that allow us to move forward with our business model. And people are just like baffled, like how are you able to do that, right? So I'm going to be sharing a few scripts with y'all. I just put some things together. I am not a script person. I got to come off the head, but I put some things together and I'm going to release them, but there's a catch to it. I'm not just going to release them just like that, right? In order for you to get the hints or the clues on how I'm going to be releasing that script, the next few videos that we drop, you have to watch them, right? Because I'll drop the hints and the clues in the video, but you got to watch the full video so you can know how I'm going to release it. So if you want a script, that's how you're going to get a script. It will be completely free. It will not be a charge for it, but you got to watch the next few videos for you to get the hints, for you to figure out how I'm going to release the script. There you go. So people have asked and I'm delivering, but you got to do your part to get the scripts, right? So let's talk about Airbnb's winter updates, right? People like didn't know. So let me just fill y'all in on what's going on with Airbnb, right? Airbnb, I will say this, they do a pretty good job about listening to what's working and what's not working and try to make changes, right? I think during the summertime, they made a change where they took away your titles, right? And your titles essentially like were really helpful for people. It helped you like highlight important things about your unit and your rentals that maybe other people in the same area had or didn't have. And they took away the titles and people are really upset about it. And they complained, Airbnb changed it. So they do a really good job, right? So number one, guest identity verification. If you didn't know, Airbnb previously and now, they do identity verifications and they do, I guess you would call them maybe like soft background checks, right? When you're using their platform, right? If you didn't hear, I'm here to tell you there are plenty of people that have gotten suspended or kicked off their platform because they had some type of record, right? When you're opening your account, Airbnb is not necessarily asking you those questions. So if you kind of go and look in their terms and services, they're doing some type of screenings on their users, right? But when it comes to identity verification, they're using, I'm reading what they're doing, right? Name, address, government ID, and more to confirm the identity of the people that are using Airbnb, right? Reservation screenings. And let me just say this for nurses, right? I talk to you guys all the time about screening your guests. Screen your guests. And this is for everybody. But I'm really talking to my healthcare professionals right now. So many people always get nervous about screening your guests. And you're like, well, I don't feel comfortable asking them that, or how do I say that, or ask. I'm a ER nurse, right? It is my job to be nosy, right? Because whatever you did or didn't do before you came to this hospital can can help me save you or you will perish. Right. So it's my job to be nosy. Like, what happened? When did it happen? Who it happened with? What you do? I need to know. Right. Sometimes we find out information that it's like, okay, we find out the whole life story, but it is my job to be nosy. And I took it very seriously then, and I take it very seriously now. Right. This is my business. Right. This is my business. I have to take it very seriously. Like, my family's livelihood is dependent on this business. Right. So I want to know who is coming into my home, who is coming into the business that I created. Right. So, hey, what's bringing you to the area? Oh, okay, awesome. Right. I get to congratulate them. We just had a young lady that was coming to purchase investment properties. Right. So we ask questions, screen your guests. Screen your guests. You want to make sure you're eliminating or preventing bad guests from coming, right? So you don't have to deal with whatever happens after the fact. But Airbnb now is doing a better job at screening reservations that may be high risk for parties or potential damages for your units. Okay, so that's really awesome to hear. They now have a $3 million damage protection policy. And they go over like things that they will cover, right? They have a $1 million liability insurance coverage now. So say someone gets hurt at your unit, they have up to $1 million liability insurance policy. And as a business owner, you should have liability insurance too, just saying. 24-hour safety line. This is like super important to me because I have experienced times with Airbnb where we have had trouble guests. We had someone, I shared their story before, that was trying to have a party in one of our units. And we were literally on the phone for 4 hours with Airbnb. And I don't even think they really helped us resolve it. We had it resolved before we even really talked to the right person or the right department. And I was really upset about that. It's very discouraging as a business owner and as a host that we're utilizing this platform. And when things are happening with their guest, you can't even get the right person on the phone. You're being transferred and transferred and transferred. And I resolve the issue before I can even talk to somebody, and we're using their platform. So now they have a 24-hour safety line. So that's super huge. I hope that they've done a lot of training with the staff because, it's very, it's very sad, right? As a host, and, you have someone having a party or something's going on and the people that they book through are not even responding. They're no help to you. And so I hope that the safety line helps, and it's it helps resolve issues much quicker than 3 or 4 hours as they previously have done, right? So I hope that helps you guys. And I want to just ask you guys a few questions, right? Let me know what questions you have about business in general, right? And about short-term rental. As I will tell you, I love Airbnb because that is where I started. That is not where my business is going to be ending. Airbnb is simply just a platform, right? I love it. I started there, but that is not where I'm ending. But let me know what questions you have about Airbnb or short-term rental, just business in general, even personal questions, I guess. And you guys will be the first to hear it, but I will be starting, drum roll, a podcast with 2 of my best girlfriends. One, her name is Bree. She is the tax deed queen. And then the other is Tyra, and she is an international investor. She is the nurse that helped me get over and purchase my first international property. And I will be going through her to get another property in Ghana. Like, so exciting. But we're starting a podcast and we're going to be talking about everything, right? We're all retired nurses, now business owners, and we were able to retire because of real estate. But as you can see, we all invest in real estate very, very differently. So let me know what topics you guys want us to talk about on the podcast. Let me know what questions you want me to answer here on the channel for you so we can do that, right? Another thing I saw a post going around social media where people were like, how did you start your business, right? Like a transparency post. Right. So I want to talk about how I financially started my business. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, I am a retired ER travel nurse, right? Essentially a travel nurse. We would go from our home state and we would go and help another city or help a facility that was in great need, but in great need on a temporary basis. I think my third travel assignment, I went to a hospital where there were like 5 or 6 nurses on maternity leave, right? So they needed staff right then at that moment, but it was on a temporary basis. So it wasn't necessarily like they're short staffed all the time. You can go to some hospitals that are short staffed all the time. But essentially, travel nurses, we are experienced in whatever field. So like ER nurse, right? I had experience as an ER nurse for a few years before I decided to go do travel nursing, because with travel nursing, you maybe get a half a shift or a shift of orientation, and then you are meant to take your own assignment and be able to make it, right? They need help right now. And so they don't have a lot of resources and a lot of time to train you. So you're expected to hit the ground running. In lieu of that, because you're able to do that, you do make a little bit more money. But I wanted to be a travel nurse because I just wanted to see the world. Like I wanted to see different parts of the country. I wanted to meet different people, wanted to see how other hospitals work. And I got to do that and also make money. Right. So for me, it wasn't just all about the money. I got an opportunity to just go and meet different people. And I ended up in Maryland, which, I ended up loving. But long story short, ER nurse for about 10 years. And in the middle of a pandemic, I had grown, for several years, I have grown tired of nursing. I was stressed, I was overworked, underpaid, felt underappreciated. And COVID was just really like the icing on the cake for me. So I took some travel assignments during COVID. I saved up my money, and that is how I started my business. Money I made being a travel nurse and credit. I utilize my credit. I leverage my credit, right? I leverage other people's money that allows me to leverage other people's properties in my business. That is how I started my business. So don't ever feel bad about having a job or, going to work every day. As my friends would say, let your job help you fund your dreams and help you fund your goals. Just leverage your job until you're ready to quit, or maybe you're never ready to quit, right? There's nothing wrong with having a job, right? But what you should absolutely have is have your money working for you in multiple ways, bringing you more money. That is a must. That is a must, right? Read The Richest Man in Babylon. Is a book that I love. What's the other book? Richest Man in Babylon. So, Richest Man in Babylon. It's another book I love. Let me see if I got it on Audible. Richest Man in Babylon. That really helped me to learn how to put my money to work. I have the physical book and I am not at home. I'm in Jacksonville, y'all. Richest Man in Babylon and Think and Grow Rich. Whew. So Richest Man in Babylon and Think and Grow Rich were 2 books that really helped me with my mindset and helped me to learn that money is a tool. That money is a tool that is meant to work for you, right? Money is a tool that is meant to work for you. Money needs to go out, it needs to be dispersed, and it needs to be given a job. Whatever that job is, it needs to be coming back with more friends, which is more money, right? So there's nothing wrong with you working a job, but you absolutely, absolutely should make sure that your money is working for you. Right. So I'll drop the links to those books in the comments, but remember, subscribe, send people over here to the channel if they want to learn anything about short-term rental, how to start, how to grow, all things short-term rental, all things real estate, because next year I am so excited. I don't think I shared a lot, but I have been able to purchase land through tax deeds. We're going to talk about that more on our podcast that we are launching, that will be released next year, probably in February. In February. I have purchased land internationally, and next year the plans to purchase more. It's 2023 is going to be amazing. I'm excited to take you guys on a journey. We have some very, very big projects coming up. And I can't spill the beans yet, but it's going to be amazing. And I'm just excited to share with you guys on this channel. Also remember, anybody that has been asking me for a script, I'm going to release a script for you guys. I'm going to release it. Literally just got approval to run and operate our business and our business model at a community that literally had an addendum that said that strictly prohibited any marketing on third-party websites, but they turned around and they said yes to us, and they actually signed a addendum permitting us to do what their addendum said that people couldn't do, that corporations couldn't do. So if you want to know how we are able to do that, I'm going to be releasing a script for free. But in order for you to get that information, for you to get the clues on how I'm going to be releasing that, you got to watch the next few videos in their entirety. You never know when we're going to drop in the hint or the clue for you. So if you want that information, make sure you're watching the next few videos that we released, and you will know how to access that free script, that free training. All right, guys, until next time, drop some love in the comments. Let me know how you feel about today. I kind of talked about a few things, but I'm back. I feel better. I'm energized. And so I did talk about a few things. Hey, right? Drop in the comments any questions that you have. Let me know what podcast topics you guys want us to talk about. Of course, we're going to be talking about real estate. Of course, we're going to be talking about how we actually retire from nursing. But let us know what you want to hear from us so we can talk about it. Again, the script, I already gave you the instructions. If you want that script, stick around. There are going to be some exciting things coming to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and follow. Hit the notification button. Every Friday, we're going live and talking about different things about short-term rental industry. Got some exciting stuff coming, y'all. Some exciting stuff coming, but I can't share it yet. Oh, and it's killing me. But I'll see you guys next time.